When most people think of Los Angeles, they think of the movies, entertainment, downtown, beaches, shopping, and sports. But that's not the real LA. That's not the LA I grew up in. In my neighborhood, there's a lot of violence, there's a lot of gangs. I really don't go out, but if I was to go out, I don't feel safe. I remember seeing this house, it would always have like gang members, and it would always be packed.
Gang banging happens all day, every day. People are out to kill you due to certain colors or certain words or certain even sounds.
14 years old, I was trying to do right. I was trying to go to school, and I go out and I find my childhood friend. I find him on the ground with a bullet in his head. And being 14 years old, seeing someone you grew up with die in front of your eyes, that's just so traumatic. He was not in a gang. He was just sitting in the front of the apartment complex, minding his business, hanging out with friends, and that caught him killed.
I'm normally from El Salvador, but then I came here when I was 2 years old.
We're from Peru. I came here when I was like 2, I think.
My mom, when she was born in Nicaragua, but she had to move to Guatemala because there was a war in Nicaragua.
Life is very difficult. Growing up here, it was very dysfunctional.
I grew up without my father, and I grew up with my mom as like my mother and father for me. Actually, growing up, I actually thought my brother was my father.
So growing up, I didn't have a father.
I still think, like, why did he leave? Like, is it because of me? Or is it because, like, I'm not good enough? I thought it was just normal that your parent is always gone. They're never around. They're only there for, like, the special occasions, your birthdays, Valentine's Day, etc.
I was always being abused, being hit.
I was always afraid of my dad because of, like, the stuff that he did to my mom.
The abuse went on for a couple of years, and while that was going on, I was being molested.
I started getting abused by someone, and like, that was the worst thing in my life.
I was addicted to drugs. I seeked for attention in the wrong places.
My dad was really abusive, and it was just really, really hard for me because I didn't have anyone to talk to.
I didn't really have faith at all in anything, and I didn't see the point in living at all.
I didn't have any motivation until I went Younglife Club, and that's where I met my leader, and she pretty much like taught me to view things differently.
My Younglife leader has been with me through 8th grade, and he's gone through all those times. I've came to him for advice.
Ever since then, I met this guy, Jose. You know, a very close guy, nice guy. He just started getting closer to me and, you know, talking to me about God, and he knew I was doing bad. He knew I was, like, you know, doing these bad things, drinking alcohol, smoking. He feels more than just a friend. He's best friend, brother. Like, he was always there for me. He would always text me. He actually called me.
When I first met my Younglife leader, it was kind of weird because I don't usually open up to people because I don't really want them to hear my story. But with Jerry, I just felt like since I felt like I knew him a little bit more, I told him what happened, I told him my whole story, and then he started helping me.
I don't know what I would do without them. Every leader, especially my leader, Alana, she has helped me through so much. She has taught me that, yeah, my dad wasn't the best, but Jesus is like the only father I need. God is the only father that I need.
He advises me in everything. Because of him, I make the right choices, you know?
The way I feel around Natalie, I feel giggly, I feel happy, I feel joy. She came from the same scenario that I came from, that my peers come from. Our surroundings is not our circumstance. It's not my predicament. It's not my story. I can grow from that.
This weird white guy going around like inviting people for some pizza and some games, and he made a really big deal about camp. And I went, and it was the best time of my life. The story of Jesus and how he died for us and how he forgave us for our sins. So I saw that correlation between him dying for us and him saying, forgive them for they don't know what they're doing. And I saw, well, my sister didn't know what she was doing. My mom didn't know what she was doing. The people that killed my friend didn't know what they were doing. So why can't I do the same thing?
I want to become a wildlife leader to show the kids that when they're down, there's always another way.
I really would like to become a leader, and that's something that's important to me because I saw how much my leaders changed my life, and I also want to do that. I want to change someone else's life.
So please join us and help us change the real Los Angeles, the real LA.